Well, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Mark Howard again. This is the third video in the program using networking to grow your practice. Again, it's a really additional way that you can get involved in your community, start conversations with people who are really wanting to grow their business and also support you growing your business. Now, that's a great place to start rather than just trying to connect with people at random in your community. And so videos 1 and 2 cover how to have conversations that really connect you um, with people that are there to support you and also ways that you can support them. This video is really focused on the fact that at times, as we talked about in video 1, these community business groups that meet weekly or business organizations in your city or community or town, once in a while will hold what they call business mixers or business socials. And what that's about is about, maybe about a 2 hour evening occasion where all people who are connected to business groups or businesses in the community can come and meet one another and enjoy some snacks as well as drinks. So this is another way in which you can begin to start conversations and find possible connections with people, like with video 1, where you can invite someone to have a one-to-one with you. Now, the first thing with these meetings is to get in the door. For me, when I was first using networking many years ago and went to my first mixer and social, I couldn't get in the door because of my self-consciousness, my insecure thinking. I went all the way there and I don't know, just got really insecure and couldn't go in. Um, but I finally woke up as the whole theme here in these videos is I woke up to being of service. That really, I'm here to be of service to the community. And this mixer or social event is really a way for me to keep my voice in the community. It's another way for me to have conversations with people that are already growing their businesses where I can sustain my voice, my dream, what I want to do for humanity. And so that's what I'm serving by going to these mixers or these social events. That's what I'm serving. It's not about me. It's I'm serving this understanding that is part of my work that helps people, that gets people back to a love and understanding place, a place of creativity, a place of deepening their love relationships and so forth. So once I really got into that consciousness, it was easy for me to go into the meeting. So that's the first thing. Again, that's my theme, is you've got to be in a state of service, of wanting to have conversation with people who are already there because they want to grow their business. And they know, most people who are, pretty good business people know that connecting with other people is the way to grow their business. So they're looking to help you too. So that's how to look at it, being of service. So now you get into the building and you'll notice that there's a lot of people because this is announced to all of the business community groups, community organizations, business community organizations in our community. So people who are in business and looking to make more connections for themselves will be there. So the first thing is, if you're going to partake in the snacks, you want to do that before you start meeting somebody. I would also be very, very careful in terms of drinking the alcohol that's there. Usually there is some wine or beer. There's other drinks too. Um, but I don't partake in the alcohol because my it affects my thinking. So that's the first thing. Be careful there. Now, getting into approaching people. I usually want to find somebody that's alone, an individual person, or two people talking with one another to start with, Because if you get more than two people talking to one another, it's easy to get into personal thinking. It's easy to get into, I'm interrupting them. Also, they're in a good conversation. So where do you fit in? So there's a lot that when you get into joining a group of people that are like three or more, um, that makes it to me, it gets me easily thinking about the structure rather than staying and wanting to meet someone to be of service. So that's how I go about it, is I look for a person who's just there alone and just or an individual person or two people that are talking. And again, uh, uh, you're going to introduce yourself. So again, you want to be introducing it from that heartfelt feeling. Um, Now, you don't want people, like I said in the last video of the one-to-ones, seeing you as an identity, like psychologist or life coach or health practitioner, whatever that might be. So now for me, people know I'm a doctor. It's on my, label, my name tag. So they'll ask a bit about that. But once you share that, either that you're a life coach, a body worker, a psychologist, you quickly want to go to, um, what it is that is coming from your heart. So, yeah, I'm a psychologist, and what I'm doing is helping people really find their happiness and well-being again. I help people see that the habits of thought we get into, judging ourselves, comparing ourselves, interferes with just being happy and feeling okay. So I don't know. I make up something. I don't make it up, but I share something like that. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm not quite in the feeling of describing myself to a person standing in front of me. So that starts the conversation, and you get interested in them. And again, you're listening like you did on the one-to-one in terms of, well, how could I serve this person? Um, and uh, and so you just start to make the connections. Now you might find that there are people there that you have no really interest in, uh, and so you just move along. You politely move along. But if you find a person or two that you're interested in, you can just have general conversation. You could get to know them a bit, or you could just talk about the community. You could talk about your interests. Um, and then as the connection feels pretty good, you then can, uh, talk about a meeting for a coffee or a tea later in the week or the following week to continue your conversation and see how you can support them. You see? So you can use the mixer or the social event um, like you would, um, the business group meeting to find business people that you're interested in knowing more about, you're curious about. You can see you can serve them, and invite them to meet with you outside of the mixer for a coffee or a tea. Um, so really, I think that's about how simple it can be. I think most of the evening is to take care of yourself, take care of your well-being. If you notice yourself getting a bit insecure, take a little break, go sit down, maybe get a snack, um, just to kind of regroup around the fact that you're there to serve your dream, to serve your business, to serve sustaining and in growing your practice, and get into the feeling again and go back into go back around to talk with some other people. And people will come up to you. And again, they're going to ask about you, and you share from your heart in that moment. It might be a whole different way, but you want to be able to share what it is you want to help people with, and how when people realize what you're sharing with them, their relationships get better, their work gets better, and then you want to ask about them, and then kind of listen and see how you could be of service to them. These are usually brief meetings, unless there really is a nice connection with another business person, and you may carry on a longer conversation just about everyday things. But don't forget, if you're interested in the conversation you're having with the person, if this looks like a business you could serve, as well as a business person that can also serve you, don't forget, you don't want to leave the conversation without trying to find some way that the two of you meet again for coffee or tea. Most people are aware of that go to these mixers and socials. Most people are there to follow up the meetings they have with people in these mixers with a coffee or a tea. So most people are expecting that, but you don't want to leave a conversation that you like, that you're interested in this person, without really nailing it down, or nailing down how you can find, if you aren't really sure of your schedule, or they're not sure of their schedule, how you can nail down emailing them some times for you next week. Now, usually the meeting ends with a raffle. Usually you'll be given a ticket when you enter, and there's a raffle of prizes. And one of the things that might help you, if you like attending the socials or the mixers, that might help you do this with more flexibility and more ease, is to see if you could volunteer for the next, to help out with setting up, let's say, for the next social or mixer. So one, it gets you there, and two, again, it allows you to talk with the people that are organizing it. You see, you got more opportunity now to talk with the 4 or 5 people that are organizing the next mixer with more of a conversation. And again, these are all business people. They're all looking to grow their businesses. And so they're welcomed. So when you volunteer, you get more time with them, you see? And so it's just a win-win. So those are how to handle socials or mixers in your community. Now, you'll find out about them because if you joined a regular business group meeting, they'll know of them. They may have sponsored their own. If not, You can be on the lookout for any newsletters or local newspapers in your community or city. The local ones, like the daily presses, those kinds of newspapers will usually have an announcement of some business activity. So that's how to handle mixers or socials. Getting yourself in the door, which is getting back to your heart of being of service, that this is another way that your voice in wanting to help humanity can sustain itself by making these connections. So you stay with being of service. You want to, again, be careful with alcoholic beverages. And when you have snacks, make sure that's not in the way when you're having a conversation with another business person. Look to a person standing alone or two people in conversation. Speak from the heart about what it is you do, even though they may identify you as a professional life coach or psychologist. Quickly move away from the title into your heartfelt feelings. And again, if you're enjoying conversations with a few of the business people there, make sure you don't leave the conversation without an invitation to coffee or tea later in the week or the following week to carry on more of a conversation about how you can serve them. Always, it's about how you can serve them. And again, another way to get comfortable with attending mixers and socials is to volunteer to help set up for the next mixer or social. And you approach the person who's running the meeting, this particular social, and ask if you could help the next one. Again, as I said, the benefit for that is you get time with a small group of business people, a more treasured time, because all of you are there serving the mixer, the social, serving other business people. So I hope this was helpful. Any questions or concerns, email me at drdrmarkhoward@comcast.net. So thank you, and I hope this was helpful to you.